All right, what is up, YouTube? It is Jafer, and I'm back with two mouse pads that I do get asked about on Twitter when I do post a photo with them being in it, and I want to touch base on them real quick because I definitely do prefer them. And that's going to be by Esports Tiger, brought to you by Addis, and I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check out and purchase one yourself. But that's going to be the LingYun and the LongTeng, and I probably mispronounce those, and I do apologize, but this is going to be their speed pad offering, and this is more their control pad. I believe they're both listed as equal speed and control, but there's an obvious difference in texture and when you're gaming with the LingYun. And with these mouse pads, they're both 480 by 400, so it's going to be your typical fare. This is your patented YouTuber plant by IKEA for size comparison. It's really going to be nothing too small, nothing too large. They don't have any other offerings currently. Hopefully down the road, if that's an option to them, that would be great, because I do like a large mouse pad to have both my keyboard and mouse on the same footing. So with these guys, they're $34.99, and they are 4 millimeters thick, so they are thick boys. They're definitely something that's going to be a little bit bigger than what you're probably used to. Most mouse pads are around 3 millimeters in thickness, and it's not that big of a difference, but it is noticeable when you are gaming, so keep that in mind, especially if you don't wear like an arm sleeve. If you're kind of a hairier person, you're going to notice those 4 millimeters off of the desk and the mouse pad itself. So with both of these, they're going to be cloth base with rubber backing, so nothing too special about that. It does do its job. With it being cloth based, so that's only the structure of the mouse pad, right? The actual surface itself is almost like this weird synthetic hybrid rubber. And so with that being said, and we're seeing that trend increasing in the industry with using different materials than just simply cloth, which is awesome, because what it's doing is not only giving us more options as we're gamers, but different textures more so than ever before. So this is going to have more of a grittier feel to it, even though it's the same material. This is going to be much smoother. And the problem that you'll run into with cloth often is the X and Y of the threading. You know, if you have a cloth pad right now, if you just run your fingers side by side, up and down, you're going to feel where your fingers are going with the threading and then when they're going against it. This completely eliminates it with this rubber base, and it's really, really welcoming because not only does it be uniform across the board, but it also works with every single pair of mouse feet out there. So whether you're using your standard Logitech feet, you're using these I believe are core pads, you're using the Esports Tiger brands themselves, and then even if you're using ceramic's the only exception, as it works really well on the control pad of the LongTeng, where these three will work across the board on all of them. So keep that in mind. I don't think your mouse feet are going to be an issue with either one you choose. Just know that the ceramic on a speed pad, and this should really go without saying, it's going to feel like you're on ice. Outside of that, there is a little bit of water resistance on it. It does absorb a little bit, so keep that in mind. Don't use it as a coaster for your favorite drink by any means, especially on the lighter coloring like this, which is something that I hope that they're going to offer different colorways on, because the light blue isn't my flavor. This is definitely more my taste, and I absolutely love it. I get complimented all the time on this design. And keep in mind, this design does not have any impact on the reading of your mouse. Back then, old mice, often if you had a really crazy design, it would kind of offset, and the laser or the early opticals out there wouldn't be able to read when you're going across a design like this. Of course, anything, 33, 25 on up, as far as your sensor, is not going to have any issue with the artwork on this. This mouse pad itself, the LingYun, is going to be very plain. There's no branding or anything like that, where the LongTeng doesn't have any branding, but it does have this really cool badge that does have like a embossed or pronounced like a rubber feel to it. Keep in mind that's on the upper right. I don't really see myself ever going in that direction with the mouse pad. And I should have addressed this in the beginning, full transparency. I did buy this months ago. This one just arrived from Addis about a week ago, and I did put a week's worth of gaming into it. So they did hook me up with this. Shout out to them. And I think they wanted to get feedback on this because I used this one for months. And I don't know if I can go back to it after using the speed pad. It just feels so good. And I'm mainly playing Valorant myself. So it's going to give me the speed I need with offering a little bit of control. You have to understand with the cushioning, there's going to be that standardized friction involved when there's a cushion, especially at 4mm. So it's not going to be like your glass pads out there or the Amp 500, which I do like, where it's just complete speed. This is going to give you the best of both worlds. It's just that this is more speed, this is more control. So other than that, I really wish I had the Glide 38 or the Fnatic Dash to kind of compare. But these are two mouse pads that I really wanted to touch base with you guys on and really recommend. If you guys have any questions on these at all, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer them. And until next time, I will catch you guys later.